Well, hello, everybody. It's been a couple of days since I've been on. Been real busy. Been working a lot. Um, so I'm going to start with a situation. What the heck? That's been happening. All right, my cats are freaking out over here. So for the past week and a half to 2 weeks, there has been a police officer in my town that has been driving by my house between 4 and 4:30 a.m. I'm awake and I'm outside on my porch drinking coffee. And then again between 8 and 8:30 at night when I'm outside sitting on my porch. This has happened every single day for the past week and a half to 2 weeks. It's always dark. I can't see the person. I can tell it's a big man. It's a larger man. But I can't see his face because the lights in his vehicle are always coming directly at me. And when he finally does turn off, well, he's at an angle I can't see him from where I'm sitting on my porch. Well, this morning I decided to snap a picture, and I thought that I turned my flash off, but I didn't. So the camera flashed when this officer rode by. Interestingly enough, I haven't seen this officer this evening, but I've seen him every day and night for the past week and a half to 2 weeks. So what that tells me is if this officer was just doing a patrol, there'd be no reason for him not to come by. But if this officer was doing something different than that and got caught, well, then that would be a good reason not to ride by now, wouldn't it? That's my logic in this. Interesting, isn't it? Same thing happened in Tennessee with the police officer that would ride by my house day in and day out. Here we go again. I did a session, we're going to call it a session, where there was a woman named Cora that came through. Cora's husband was the bulk of the problem. He created the problems and she reacted to the things that he created. I believe that this husband was a soldier and he ruled the house. You know, he was the ruler of the house. There's something about some boxes that were gone through briefly, but they weren't gone through well enough. And somebody needs to survey the area where Cora and her husband lived. I believe that he unalived her and then unalived himself. And I'm picking up that this may be in the town that I'm living in right now. Then I picked up somebody that was calling me a mushroom. And for those of you that don't know what that means, a mushroom is something that you keep in the dark and feed crap. And they were telling me that during the quarantine, which is in 2020, that somebody did something really horrible. Something about a record. I want to say that this was something that was changed. And money. So I believe this is the will that was changed, my grandmother's will, amongst others, fabricated paperwork that's been done. Then I got Tom hurt someone for money. Tossed something away. Confident, protective, and sex. So he was confident about something, he was protecting somebody, and it was all about sex, is what I'm getting from that. There is a lot of witchcraft that is going on in the current town that I'm living in. Seems curious to me that I keep ending up in places where there are covens, and these covens are being dismantled everywhere I go. I believe that I'm on assignment, and I believe that I will be kept going to places to keep dismantling these covens. I believe that is part of my journey. Someone in this town that was doing witchcraft on me apparently passed away or will be very soon. Judgment has been called. There's a group of people in this current town that are separating. There's a dark arts practitioner. There are a group of people who think there's a main group of people, and then there are people in this group that think that me being here is a good thing and me being here is a bad thing. So this group is actually separating. I want you all to remember something. God is a forgiving God. God shows mercy. God shows grace. God will forgive about a lot of things. One of the things that I'm being told is that one of the biggest things that he will forgive is when it comes to sex, because he built us, made us to be sexual beings, to procreate. So he shows a little more grace in that respect in some places, some situations. But you have to remember that God did not forgive Lucifer. God didn't forgive Lucifer. Keep that in mind. When certain people out there are doing terrible, awful things and asking for forgiveness. Because although he is a forgiving God and a loving God, a merciful God and a gracious God, he is not always a forgiving God. He didn't forgive one of his own angels. Remember that. There are people that are still trying to cast illusions to make me feel like I'm stuck. I'm not stuck. I know I'm not stuck. And there are no illusions that you can cast that are going to make me feel stuck. I just got this right before I came on that there is somebody sitting in an alley gorging themselves. Today at work, there was a man in his car hanging out in the parking lot. Now, people do come to the parking lot, but this particular person made himself quite at home in the parking lot. This person was there from noon till till 5:15 when I left work. It's a Chevy Aveo 4-door subcompact car, license plate LSP as in Paul 2175. I believe this person was watching me and reporting back to whomever it was that he reports to. So and it's a red car. If I didn't say that, it's a red car. So we still have the same BS, different day. 11:11, as I said that. I have been sitting here watching for this police officer to ride by. Here we are at 9 o'clock, a little after 9 o'clock, and that officer still hasn't shown. So I do believe that there was something no good about that situation. No good at all. All right. Well, I just wanted to come on and let y'all have that little tidbit of news. And I will be back again another time. I'm not doing these daily anymore because I am I'm working full time, and I'm trying to, I'm obviously spreading myself a little bit thin, but I will be on from time to time. I'm just not going to be as predictable as I was before. Strangely, have had a lot of calls from Colorado and a lot of calls from the same area code that my quote unquote sister Misty, her phone number with the area code of 210. I got a call from that number, that area code today, but a lot of phone calls, Florida, Illinois. I want to say there was one from Pennsylvania, West Virginia. A lot of strange phone calls coming in. I'm not answering most of them. I did answer a couple of today. And interestingly enough, nobody said anything on the other end. And as soon as I said hello, they hung up. Which is why I don't even bother to really answer those calls, because that seems to be how it usually goes. Alrighty, y'all. Well, I love you all very much. Please love each other. Love yourselves. And I want to send out a heartfelt sorry. And I hope that everyone that's been affected by all of these natural disasters are able to put everything back together. I feel bad for the whole world right now. There are so many natural disasters that are happening, and so many innocent people and families that are being uprooted and destroyed from all of these things that are happening. And it hurts my heart. And the earthquakes, I don't think this is the end. Honestly, I think there's going to be a lot more. So everybody hang on and find some high ground. All right. Love each other. Love yourselves. I love you. And I will catch you all later. Sleep well. Have a good night. Bye.